Right, so we've had to make some changes, and I've got to do something very quickly because I didn't realise that this was a thing. But I'll show you what we've done in a second. So that shed requires water, and I didn't realise that it did. I thought that it was going to do what all the other sheds and stuff do here. And the one that was there, I thought it would just automatically replenish water as and when they needed. But this one does not. Woohoo! Which I'm quite happy about, although I'm not happy about, because it's dropped my calves to 0%, which is crapola. Indeed. So let's get water to them as quickly as possible, and then I'll show you what I've had to do. I've had to make some adjustments because if you remember when I said about that gate opening, yeah, that became an issue. I couldn't get in. I've got to put the trailer in through that gate to put the cows in. So as you can see, I've had to make some modifications. Put the water in. Where is the trigger? There it is. Thank you. These triggers you've got to be really close to them, I've noticed on this. So yes, they are in. They are fed. Their health is 0, which is not good. Because I just didn't realise that we had to put the water in. But we're going to do that now, and I'm going to do quite a few loads. In fact, I'm going to get it pretty full up. My keyboard is playing silly games again. Really should get a new one. So they've got some water now. I'm going to quickly just do this. I'm not going to time lapse it, so I'll just get one more and we'll just chat about some of the stuff that I'm going to try and do in this episode. I'm going to look at some of the other mods, because we've got this massive space now. Oh, come on, keyboard. Thank you. I've got this massive space now behind that shed, and I was thinking, well, there's possibilities. We don't need another silage clamp, but we could put another greenhouse in there. And I was trying to work out what would be advantageous for us. So we're going to have a look at the prices of things and see what's selling at very high prices, and we'll work out what we can do, and hopefully we'll be able to get some sort of greenhouse down there. And I was going to say maybe that tunnel one that we had on Purbeck, but I don't fancy that down there. That would look a bit pants. I'm also considering bringing the old bees back in. Obviously they're going to be a bit less productive than they were at Purbeck, because we're running seasons on this, and they are seasonal, obviously, bees. So yeah, I'm going to have a think. We'll have a look at some things. I may even not put anything in and leave it to you guys to decide. But we'll get this water filled, and then I'll come back and we'll have a peruse at what we've got available. Right, so we'll just put this load in. That should take us up to a nice figure around about 40,000, I suppose, once it's all in there. 38, 39. So we've got plenty of TMR, we've got plenty of water now. We need to get the health back up, which will take a day, I suppose. So they're all good. We've got 50 in there, haven't we? 30, 45, 50. Yeah, so that is full. I left, not because I realised that it was full, but I decided to leave these ones in here because they were over the £1,000 mark, and I thought actually that's not a bad figure to be moving them over at. When they're at grand, we'll start moving these guys over to here, and that will be that. So I'm sure the tomatoes need water and seeds. We'll check them now, but I'm not actually going to do that now. I might spawn out a load. No, they've still got water and seed, that's okay. We'll spawn these out then. So how many got? 6,500. If we spawn 6,500. There we go. Lovely. Cool. So 3 short of a full load there. Nice. So as you will have seen, I've spent some money, and that was to put concrete and stuff down, and I just made it look a little bit prettier with some bushes and stuff like that. We need to do some more straw for the little ones, so we'll do that now. There you go. We'll go here. We want that one like that. Look at how much straw I'm using. I didn't realise I'd use that much straw. Hey. Don't be silly now. So we're really chomping through the straw this year. So we kind of need double what we had then. I hope that's in there. It is now. So I'll stick this one in. Oh well. So you getting a bit scary then. Got that weight on. We won't be at drilling time yet, which is good because I don't want to be renting a tractor yet either. I hope this works. It's finding the trigger that's the tricky part, because like I said, they're very small window on these, so we'll just see what we're at. This was the feeding trigger just here. I may have to go in the shed. Should we just try it and see? Yep, looks like it's just in there. Do like it. I haven't tried coupling it on different ways round. I'm sure it does though. Very impressed with it though. So let's just check where we're going with this. Yeah, that'll be nice. Oh no, looking at the wrong one. Straw. Yeah, okay. We're good. We're good. So everything is happy apart from their health. but we should be sorted now. We should be sorted for them to get themselves fixed and happy. They got food, water and straw. Right, so let's get this back uncoupled. In fact, we'll just experiment with this whilst we've got a little bit of, not downtime, but no, put the weight back on. We're going to you. So by my reckoning, looking at the attachments, we should be able to attach on all three sides, apart from the actual blowing side. Is this correct? Oh, it is. Well, that is splendid. We don't actually need to. The way that we attach onto it normally is probably the best way to attach onto it for us. But this just gives you options if you've got a really tight farm. You have options. So we're into the 3rd of December. We've still got some harsh weather to come with January and February. And as I say that, outside is probably the hardest frost we've had this year in real life. It is pretty epic. Pretty epic indeed. Right, so field-wise, we're all good. What? Field 32. We could buy field 32. What annoys me is this. So I can't buy that. Well, I can buy it, but it's 158 million. And it buys all of the outlands. And seriously, with a little bit of thought, he could have just put... I know that it's the map and everything, but he could have just changed this. Got rid of all this around the outside, put a frame around it, like Oxy used to. And Nathan. Could have put a frame around, could have put wood down there, and then give us these fields to purchase. But we can't. And it's annoying because when you look out, I'm just having a rant about the map. I love the map, but there are things that are very annoying. So when you look out, you've got... Look, it's there. A field. I can't do nothing with it. I can't contract it. I can't buy the blooming thing. So what do? I'd love to have that field. How do I get around it? I can't gift it to myself, because that would be wrong. But it's just annoying. It's just annoying. It really is. Rant over. Got to have a rant every now and then, haven't you? So yeah, let's go back to what we was... 33 is the field that I want. It just seems to make a lot of sense. The size of it is the size of all of our fields combined. So 51, 34, 35, and then this little chap just here. But I can't afford it. But I can afford 32. What is in 32? What have they put in there? Oh, that other way. It's just grass. It's just grass. I can't buy that. That's part of that, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. 121. I tell you what, let's go and have a look at that. That's an achievable figure. But it looks like it's got wood and stuff in it. So yeah, it's not a particularly productive episode. But we are going to... Am I going the right way? Yes. We are going to make some plans. And then just have a look at a few things. It is winter after all. And we kind of need to get familiar with our surroundings a little bit more. We've not done too much exploring, really. Look at that old wreck there. Why didn't I see that before? Here it is then. This should be field 12. Where's the old to get in? I think I'm wrong. I am wrong. It's not field 12. Field 12 is down that track. So that is 33, that one with all the lime on it. Looks frosty. What a great field that would be. But this one looks like it's got some potential. Don't mind me, I'm just coming to have a nose. Yes. Hey, this is a big field, actually. We could split this one up, couldn't we? So it is not attached to that farm at all. Is that a gate there? Is that a gate he's put in and then just... Oh, it does open. Very clever. So you're going to clear all this to get through. Good job. I like that. Because you really do get those horrible hidden gates. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's a gate there. We can do stuff. Very good. Right, okay, well... We could take trees out. I know I don't like doing it. We could take the trees out and plant some at the end there. Make ourselves a wood. And then we could just turn this into one big arable. Get a lot of grass off of this for silage. What we could do is put this as an arable and put one of our larger fields, our small larger fields, back as completely grass rather than having a cereal in it or a crop. And then reap the rewards of both worlds. Yes, I have a plan. Right. Well, that's that plan sorted. So we've nearly got enough money for that. Obviously we need to be a bit sensible, because I feel like I may have to buy some more straw. However, we're going to get a load of money off of them tomatoes. Right, so let's look at this. Let's look at this. We've got a good space there. It is still narrow. It is still narrow. So let's look. Construction. Production. Greenhouses. We could try the maple syrup production. Large greenhouse. Orchards, no, we're not going to get involved in any of that. Factories, no, we're not going to get involved in any of that. Buildings, we don't have any need for any more buildings. So do we need any of this? No, we don't. We don't need, well, I say we don't need a silo, but we could. We could. Not animals. Bees. So we could go bees. We have chickens. We don't want a dog. I do not want... I haven't got any mods for those installed anyway, so I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get involved in other animals other than the chickens. The bees are tempting. But obviously they're not going to do anything yet. So I'm gonna leave it up to you. So we've got an interesting prospect of going with, there we go, the maple syrup situation. I have no idea what you have to do, if you have to do anything, or if you just automatically get the maple syrup. Water maybe. I don't know. I've not played with it, but in the thoughts of when we were saying we could put some more trees in down here, that, my dear friends, would go beautifully just there, wouldn't it? So we take out a load of those trees. Up there, these ones, these would be good enough to replenish, and in fact those are maple trees anyway, so I'll leave it up to you. What do you fancy in there? Another greenhouse, or do you fancy maple trees up there? We buy that field when we've got enough money, obviously, or I may take out a loan. And we'll see from there. So let's see what other jobs we do have to do. Nothing really. It's just a chatting with CEEBUR episode, really, isn't it? Everything's fertilized. Nothing's nowhere near putting anything in. Got to get through Jan and Feb, and then we're going to go with oats. Right. Well. Should we sell the tomatoes? At least we've done something then. Do it as a time lapse. Well, it seems that it doesn't really want to play in the way that you would want it to play today. And everything was going so swimmingly. And then I thought, you know what? I don't need this hassle today. So we're going to do it the good old-fashioned cheat way. Which is okay. So there was a few things I was thinking about, and I can't even remember what I was thinking about now. Nope. Can't remember. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. We could actually just move this this tomato greenhouse. Move it somewhere easier to deal with. It's not the loading. I say it's not the loading. It's not the spawn point that's the problem. It's where you can put the trailer to get to load it with enough turning, you know? We're going to take it to old what's her name up there, because she usually has a relatively good price, but because we don't have the straps for this trailer, as you just saw, I don't think I could be doing with getting all the way down to the village and then everything just falling off. I don't think the happiness would maintain for very long. I really want that field up there now. Now I've been thinking about it. But I am going to leave it up to you. I'm going to leave it up to you. So you need to decide. Do we buy that field? Do we take out land, buy that field, put in the maple? Do we wait a little bit, accumulate some more money, then do it? I don't think we're not actually maple. They get maple syrup during autumn, I think, don't they? Don't they harvest the syrup? I can't remember. I can remember that when I was about, I must have been 5. I must have been 5. We were still living in Canada, and I remember going to a place where they made maple syrup. Vaguely. I do remember it though. And I kind of remember it being cold and autumny. Now there is somebody who watches my videos who will know the answer to that, or be able to ask somebody who will know the answer to that. So you'll have to tell me in the comments below when and where. I bet you can't even remember where. So I think what we'll do is, just to finish off the episode, we'll put some seed and some water in those tomatoes. Just to pad it out a little bit. Whatever seed we've got here can go in there. I know it's not a full bag. But it will do. I could transfer over the whole organic farming from Purbeck to here. Because we are actually, this is, oh well. She could really do, oh what? That was like hardly anything. Maybe we won't bother doing that then. Didn't want to buy more. Well, it was some. No, I think we'll save that for the next episode. Let's look at some prices whilst we're here though. So, what have we got? We've got lettuce. This is Holland's Shop, 1930, and then the country stores, 1961. That was a good year. Tomatoes, they're lower, but you get more. Remember, so we've got to remember that too. We could make grape juice. Strawberries. Obviously, you get a lot of strawberries in a. Oh, I need to. Mr. Split's Furniture. That's crazy. Maybe we could start doing some of those. There's no selling point, so we need to put in a selling point for the maple syrup anyway. So I've got to look into that. Actually, that must be. There it is. Cool. So ideally we would put that in a village, wouldn't we? Where is the village? Miles away. How did I miss this farm? Oh, it's not a farm. It's the animal. I was just looking at that thinking, that's a good looking farm, that. Village is up here. So what we could do, although it would be a pain in the behind coming up here. That's the hotel. This would be Attingham Park itself. What's that? Oh, that's the dealer. So I guess like this car park here. It's a nice greenhouse. Yeah, because I don't want to get involved in this farm. So that car park, we could sling it in there, I guess, couldn't we? I'll have to put the, oh no, it will let me do it. What is this? Oh, I see what that is. Yeah, so we could put it in the car park here. And actually, there's another place up here, isn't there? This house. I don't know. I'll have a think about that. So that's our options. Move the greenhouse over there. I don't think it would work over there, to be honest. Bring in something else, some other fruit or veg. Buy that field down there. I still think that's the best option. Buy that field down there. Put the maple trees in. We'll start doing maple syrup on the side. Can make alcoholic maple drink too. Not in the game, but in real life. Ooh. Well, we'll be into January in the next episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe. May the weather be with you.